It's time that I come clean. This new year is all about growing. New Year's resolutions that people will try to stick to and fail, inevitably. And in the new year, I've already made a severe lapse in judgment. In fact, longtime viewers of me will know that this is not my first time. I have made numerous severe lapses in judgment. And I just want you all to know that I am sorry. And that we are currently working on trying to make sure that does not happen again. So what happened? For those of you in my audience that don't know, that are so oblivious to the horrible, wretched, awful person in front of you, I have a bad problem where I get bored of projects. Well, I don't even get bored of projects, but where I just will abandon certain things, or basically I'm horrible at planning. Where I'll plan something for a certain time to do a certain thing, and it ends up falling through. And that's what happened with the live stream. I also confess that I've done this before. I started a Discord for a day that I then immediately tore down, because my girlfriend made me realize that it probably wasn't a good idea, because it's never worked in the history of anyone. All the other YouTubers that I've gone on Discord have either gotten to a point where they get so involved in Discord that they completely abandon their channels, their content overall gets worse because of the toxicity Discord creates, or ultimately they end up abandoning they end up not being in their Discords much because they're trying to make content. And so ultimately it was a situation that I knew I wouldn't be able to provide what was needed. And ultimately it was just a bad idea overall that I should have thought about a lot more before I just went and did. And now, in this case, it's a similar situation, but also not, because I did deliver on the final promise, in a sense. But yeah, so what happened? Well, to start off with, I announced a stream, starting on leaving hints to it on December 25th. Nope, December 20th. Where I started leaving hints on Twitter, and then on December 25th, I made a video saying that there would be a big live stream called the D Legendary Scuff stream that was supposed to run for 8 hours, and that was supposed to run for a total of 8 hours, and started at 4:30 on December 30th. There was no live stream December 30th. And the reason for that is numerous. First off, I really wanted my girlfriend to be a part of it, and she absolutely could not be there for it on that day because she ended up having to do something with family on the 30th. And so that was one of the factors. Another factor was that I didn't have the proper technology. I really wanted to be able to have a face cam for the live stream. And there was, at least at the time, I didn't necessarily have a way that I could do that. And I was trying to look for a way I could do that. And in my mind, if I couldn't do the live stream the way I wanted, there wasn't a point in doing it. And secondly, and then finally, general stress and anxiety. I had gotten a lot of stress and anxiety from my work and just from how life was in general on the 30th. And so I just realized it was better to, instead of stressing about a live stream on top of everything else, to just postpone it for a bit and then just go on later. And so I released a video at around the time of the live stream would have gone up, in which just simply explained that due to those factors, my girlfriend not showing up, technical difficulties, and my general stress and anxiety, that the live stream was canceled. Well, not canceled, it was postponed for sometime in January. I then released a follow-up video after that fact, saying that I was going to be uploading on January 4th, 4:30. Well, not uploading, live streaming. And that the stream was officially moved to the 4th. And going into the 4th, I was actually kind of excited. But I went into streaming with the wrong mindset. Where I had the mindset that the only way it could be a good stream is if there was people there. But obviously, more than likely due to the fact that I had moved the date, and also it was January 4th, who the frick's watching anything on the afternoon of January 4th, it was ultimately done. And there was not a lot, if any, people showing up. And so I streamed for about an hour and a half. And then I ultimately decided that I wasn't having fun. No one was watching it. No one was there. And so it was probably better to just, instead of making the stream continuously go downward with my already declining interest, that it would be better if I just axed it all. And I just stopped streaming. And so, ultimately, I consider this stream a fail. Not on any of my viewers' part, but on my part. Because I did not stream for the 8 hours. I did not stream when I said I would stream originally, even though I did announce why. And ultimately, it just wasn't what I wanted out of a live stream. And so I'm going to be experimenting and trying to make live streaming work for me personally. Because I really want to get into live stream. Clearly, it's something you guys are excited about, given the comments on my last 2 videos where people were complaining about the date having been moved, and also saying that I had to order them pizzas if I didn't. So very clearly, this is something that at least some of you in the community want. And so I'm willing to provide it. And honestly, I do want to get into live streaming, because it's a part of the content creation world that I haven't really been exposed to too much. I mean, obviously I watch live streams, but I don't really make live streams. I make videos. And so I really want to get into doing more live streams. And that's that. And so I'm here to just say outright that there will be more live streams. Because this has shown me that even though I failed at doing a giant, humongous, entire afternoon, entire night live stream, it did make me realize that I could live stream. That the way my PC and everything is now, that it is possible for me to. And so, now that I know it's possible, I'm going to go forward. And so, going forward, there will be a few more experimental streams. These will be popping up randomly, and I'm not going to give dates, because if I give dates, I'm probably not going to honor those dates, so why give a date in the first place? But I will say that I will start by attempting to stream on Twitch, and on top of streaming on Twitch, and I'm going to experiment with streaming on Twitch, because allegedly, it's a better live stream experience over there for creators. So, potentially that could work. So I'm going to try live streaming on Twitch. And then after that, I'm also going to try a more focused live stream, where I'm not going to necessarily focus on, okay, let's do a bunch of things in this one stream. I'm going to make it a little bit more focused, where it's like, okay, I'm going to play Pokemon for 2 hours, or I'm going to shiny hunt for a certain amount of hours. And so, and just things like that, where it's a little bit more focused, and hopefully, with it being more focused, I won't have as much fear, stress, worry, etc. And so, ultimately, the point of this video is just say I'm sorry. The stream was an absolute failure on all accounts, and I deserve to be held responsible for the fact that it was not what I promised. And it is you guys in the audience that help keep me honest, and I look forward to doing this more in the future. And ultimately, my New Year's resolution, yes, to stick to my word, but it's also more so because I do stick to my word in life, But more so, my promise to you guys is that, or my New Year's resolution, I guess you could say, is to just stop fucking saying a date. Just don't give dates and times to things anymore, Austin. That's my New Year's resolution. Because it's literally the second that I give a date and a time to something, that's the moment the universe decides, nope, it's going to go horribly wrong. So yes, there will be more experimental live streams in the future. Again, not going to be an exact time as to when, but just look out for those, I guess.